Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
After a wild and controversial finish to the Burger King 250 last week at Daytona, we are here a little bit south in Homestead-Miami, Florida for race 2 of the season. For season number 5 is the Surface Sunscreen 200. These guys are going to be going all over the place, and we will see who will win here at Homestead. What's up, everyone? It's your boy NR2003, aka Nathan Stapleton, and welcome everyone to Homestead-Miami Speedway, and this is gonna be fun. Last time we were here, we were crowning a season 4 champion, and now we are here for race number 2 of season number 5. And this is a day race this time, unlike it being a night race, and the main thing of what ends up happening here at Homestead. I'm not alone for this one. I'm joined by Travis Griffin up here in the booth, and Travis, welcome to Homestead. And what's the theme we will see here today?
Yeah, thank you for having me. And Homestead is a very unique track, and I think we're gonna see these drivers go from top to bottom, and you gotta watch out for hitting that wall off of turn 2 and turn 4, and might see some dive bombs. It's gonna be a very interesting race, that's for sure. These guys just gotta keep it clean, and hopefully it's not as controversial as Daytona.
Yeah, Daytona. If you saw, then you know what happened. Hopefully we don't see something like that here today. Lap traffic should not be too big of a problem. But you mentioned it, the Homestead stripe, and you mentioned these guys going all over the place. As a driver that you will be in the Cup race tomorrow, what are you looking for yourself here going into the truck race, knowing that these trucks handle a lot different than the Cup cars?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure, because obviously those Cup cars go a lot faster, and so they, they slap the track more, and they got a lot more horsepower than these trucks, even though these trucks do have the Xfinity package. So it's going to be interesting to see what these trucks can do, but, I expect not necessarily a pack race, but I think we're going to have a lot of trucks in a group, and, I think as long as everyone can keep it clean, it'll be a very good race.
Yeah, without doubt, going to be about 8/10 to maybe a second of time fall. Going to see the first pit stop of the season, and going to see if how those pit crew lanes factor into the one and only stop of the day. Coming into today, Trey Whitfield, of course, is the point leader after Daytona, getting the race victory. He has a 1-point advantage over Roberto Country in second, Sherman in third, 2 points behind. Eli Boyd is in fourth. He starts in pole here today. He's 4 points behind. Fifth is Matthew Burnett, 5 points behind. Sixth is Carlos Fry, 6 points behind. Same with Logan Williams, also 6 points behind. Chris Jericho goes in 8th, 8 points behind. Same as Johnny Hernandez. And then lining up the top 10 is Angel Gutierrez, 9 points behind. Also, the points will not really matter too much either, as we're only one race in through the regular season. Still 12 races to go until the season 5 chase. And let's go and get these truckers rolling off here at Homestead-Miami Speedway for the first non-Super Speedway-esque track of the season. And it will be Eli Blight on the pole, and alongside him is the Daytona winner of Trey Whitfield. Alongside him is in row number 2 is Charlie Hernandez and Matt Johnson. Row number 3 is Roberto Country and Nick Lopez. Row number 4 is Logan Williams and Benny Watson. And rounding out the top 10 is Avery Alford and William Ayers. So, 34 laps on top, 1 pit stop. Who do you think will win here at Homestead?
Well, let's see here. Trenton Wakefield won at Daytona, but Daytona and Homestead's a very different beast. So, and obviously anyone can win Daytona. But my pick here today, I think it's someone who's gonna finally break the streak on your channel. I think Roberto Crown Jr. is going to break through on your channel, and he's going to get a win in that number 5 machine.
He's been close a couple of times. He got second last week at Daytona. He had a miserable time in the ARCA series. Would love to change that and have a good time here in the Truck Series. For turn 3 and 4, the pace truck will dive down onto pit road, make sure that everyone is rolling, and they are. It's time to go trucking for the second time of season number 5. Eli Bright, Trent Mayfield, and we are green flag racing for the Surface Sunscreen team at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Great jump from Eli Blake. Great jump from Roberto Jr. They will get to the inside of Johnny Hernandez in the 52. Here comes Logan Williams in the 25 as well. Bright will lead lap number 1. Get an early season bonus point towards the championship.
Yep, and that 41 machine of Eli Bright's gonna drive off, and here comes my pick of Roberto Crown Jr. and everyone keeps it clean off the wall on lap number 2, but we'll find out who in 3 and 4 as everyone goes way wide. 52 really wide up the racetrack, 3 wide for that second position. There's a couple of young Motorsports trucks up here as well. That's the 02 of Avery Alford now making a move on Trenton Wakefield, and now a bow for the race leader. Roberto Crown Jr. gets by the 41 of Eli Bright, almost still side by side in the middle of 1 and 2.
Fantastic racing early on, and really you want to make the tires make the most out of them, because about 10 laps is when they are really good, and then after that point they start falling off drastically. Here comes Logan Williams. He was strong up front early on in the Daytona race last week, and he's going to steal this bonus point, I believe, from Roberto Jr. Logan Williams will lead that lap, and a bunch of drivers up front early on, like Logan Williams, Roberto Jr., Eli Bright, Wakefield. How about Justin Zeidel in the number 30 truck up front, as Sustry, I think, just got a Homestead stripe off turn number 2.
Yeah, that's a big oof for Kyler Sustry, and now we've got a 3 wide bow here. Trenton Wakefield through the middle, but Roberto Crown can get a nice run off the corner and get by Avery Alford, and the 30 all over the back bumper of the 25. That would be Justin Zeidel all over the back bumper. Logan Williams and Zeidel to the bumper, to the quarter pound, to the door, and Wakefield about hit the wall. As the 99 still hitting the wall in the backstretch. It's like the 3rd time I've seen the 99 in the wall. That's a tough break for Kyler Sustry, and Justin Zeidel, can he get clear off of turn number 4? Yes, he will.
A great lap from the 30 of Justin Zeidel. I believe he had a really consistent season last season in the Truck Series back in the Toyota camp, but moves over from KBM to On Point Motorsports, and the number 30 of Matthew Hubert, Lord teammate in the Cup Series, and have to see what Zeidel and Hubert and this team can do out front. Logan Williams in second, trying to chase them down. How about Chris Reynolds in number 51 up towards the front, making some moves, and we're going to see this early on. We're going to see some comers and goes, and eventually, when the tires fall off, we might see even more of that. But Reynolds is going to get to the inside of Stephen Collin for GMS Racing. And here comes Avery Alford in the number 02. Fitzwater going wide. Didn't hit the wall, but needs to roll up front with the 41 of Bright. Now Bright has fallen back, and might have to watch out for Logan Williams. Might get a little bit of a one down the front stretch.
Yep, and we'll see. And Logan Williams just slowly catching that 38. Justin Zeidel, bit of a 2-truck breakaway, but Zeidel's going to really send in the corner about a lane up higher than Williams, and he's going to get a good run down the backstretch. And then here comes the 52, though. That is Johnny Hernandez catching Logan Williams, and we got a bow for second, bow for fifth here, Chris Reynolds and Roberto Crown Jr. getting bow for fourth. They keep messing up here, says my apologies, but 3 wide as well. That's Avery Alford in the 02. The 24, that is Stephen Colon, and the 15 of Matthew Burnett.
Great battles all over the racetrack here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. This is why I wanted it to still be on the schedule in some way, shape, or form, and logistically it made sense to have a Florida 2-step here with Daytona and Homestead. Johnny Hernandez, who probably should have won at Daytona, or at least got on the top 3 if it was not for his son Anthony Hernandez. I wonder how the dinner table was this week. Probably not a good time. between the Hernandez family. Chris Reynolds in 4th, and how about Jay Rando in the number 16? He was one of the drivers that made it into the 500 as a 500 only driver. He did a fantastic job, always known until he got involved in the halfway melee. And he's inside the top 5. Steve Collins as well. Matthew Burnett, oh my goodness, some close quarters racing back here. Just outside the top 5, the 15, the 5, 98, 35, 02, 38, 17, 9. It's a hornet's nest from about 7th on back. Oh,
Four
boy!
wide off of turn number 2, and Roberto Crown, that was not a Homestead strike. That was a Homestead smack hard into the outside wall, and that's going to stack up Avery Alford, and Alford's going to lose a bunch of positions. But up front, the 38, 3 wide, and to try to get by the 98 and the 50.
Yeah, that's the difference at Homestead. You don't want a Homestead stripe is okay, but you do not want a Homestead smack, and unfortunately that's what happened to Roberto Clown Jr. right there. About halfway through the fuel cycle, about 21, 22, maybe 23 laps on fuel here, and here comes Chris Reynolds, gonna get blocked by Johnny Hernandez on the inside lane. I thought the 51 was gonna get there, but not quite, as Johnny Hernandez is going to try to keep third away, as he might be holding these guys up a little bit, as Reynolds and Rando are right behind him. Here we go for third.
Chris Reynolds going to get clear of the 52, almost, and now here comes the 16, though. That is Jay Rando, and a rookie up here running pretty good, and Jay Rando now trying to get clear of the 52 of Johnny Hernandez, and still Justin Seidel all out front though, and as the tires wear off now, you're starting to see these guys pull away and get in a single file line. Yeah,
for sure. Tires are starting to take into effect here at Homestead. About a couple of tenths, but it's really going to hit hard during the last 5 or 7 laps of the fuel one. Rando in 3rd, in 4th, and now we might see who could challenge for this race win. Seidel has been a great leader so far in this race, but Reynolds might be moving up strong, and oh boy, Rando 3 wide for 2nd.
And Rando making an aggressive move right there to the inside. Up beside Chris Reynolds, Logan Williams is going to lose out on that position, and he might even lose out on Johnny Hernandez. But meanwhile, for 2nd, Jay Rando sends it on Chris Reynolds. Not quite, still side by side in the middle of 3 and 4, but off the turn 4, it's going to be Jay Rando clearing Chris Reynolds. And now can he catch that Toyota of Justin Seidel? Logan Williams still trying to get by the Johnny Hernandez machine. And here comes Stephen Colon in the number 24 as well, making a move on Logan Williams.
Toyota 1-2 here, and Toyota 1-2-4 with that 52, looking really strong. How about Donnie Fallington in the 98 up front late. Juan Garcia to Mayfield, Jordan Stout moving up towards the front again. Angel Gutierrez, Kushirka, William Ayers. Comes and goes, like I said, we will see that here all day long, and probably tomorrow night in the truck race, in the cup race I should say. And that's just the nature of Homestead. Rando wanting a whole lane lower than what Justin Seidel ran and wanted to that time, and he gained a lot. Oh boy. How about a battle for the race lead? Rando and Seidel for the top spot.
Yeah, Rando has a very fast truck right now to the inside of Justin Seidel. Seidel got a good run out of turn number 4 on the top side, and Seidel going to get another good run in 3 and 4, or 1 and 2 this time. Apologies. And now the 16 of Rando, though, very even right now. You're seeing these two, and Chris Reynolds, if he can take advantage of the situation, possibly go 3 wide, this could be crazy. But Stephen Colon is going to try to stop that, and now Stephen Colon to the inside of the 51 of Chris Reynolds, and Jay Rando going to get clear of Seidel, and now battle for that 3rd position, Colon and Chris Reynolds. And Colon is going to get that over Chris Reynolds.
Fantastic stuff. Cannot count out Seidel. Seidel trying to do a crossover. He lost the lead. Rando led that lap last time by, but he might want this race lead back from him. And might have to start thinking about maybe pit stops here in a couple of laps. Around lap 21, lap 22 potentially. And have to see if anyone decides to massively undercut. That could be a possibility, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. 6-truck breakaway up front. And then you got Juan Garcia, the Season 1 champion, and 7th, Angel Gutierrez, and 8th, Farmington and Stout rounding out the top 10. Past halfway at the line, 14 laps to go with the one and only pit stop happening very, very soon.
Yep, and it's only a matter of time as these tires have really started to wear off and lap time's starting to go down and the field's starting to get more spread out. And Johnny Hernandez now to the inside of Logan Williams down into turn 1 and 2. Can he get clear? Yes, he can. And now going to try to catch up to Chris Reynolds and company. And Cologne, though, all over the back bumper of Zidell, maybe possibly looking for a move heading into turn number 3.
Have to wait and see. Can see Cologne get a move in before pit stops. No one's pitting yet up front, surprisingly. I'm kind of surprised about this, about no one pitting yet. And yeah, no one has pitted yet. Maybe on lap 22. Maybe lap 22 is when we will see some trucks pit. Not entirely sure. As I thought it was going to be lap 20, but apparently not. Might have been saving a little bit of fuel. And Stephen Collin trying to get to the inside here. Gutierrez back there trying to get side by side with Juan Garcia. And here we go, lap 22, pit stops. Here we go. And this could be sketchy. This is a tough pit road to get onto.
And looks like everybody is a-okay entering pit road. No miscues that time by, but obviously still a good chunk of the field stayed out, about half and half. And the leader right now, I believe, is that Chris Reynolds machine, and it is. And we've got Johnny Hernandez right behind him, and we'll see who can stay at the longest, because obviously if you stay at the longest, you have the freshest tires. So we'll see if anyone tries to go one lap longer, or if everyone comes in this time by, and it looks like that'll be that option. Everyone else is going to come in and get 4 fresh tires and some fuel.
Yeah, obviously with it being just over 10 laps to go after pit stops here, I don't think really it's going to matter if you're the last ones to pit or not. I forgot to really check on this, but I think it's going to be 4 tires for everyone here. Take a look at Chris Reynolds in the number 51. There's 2 tires. And he's going to go with 2 tires. I think what might have happened is that the first group took 4 tires, and I think the second group might be taking 2 tires.
That'll be interesting for sure to see how that plays out, because you know, obviously 2 tires, right sides are pretty good, but if you can have those 4 fresh tires, you can get a lot of speed. So it'll be interesting to see what these guys can do. And now here comes these guys off pit road, but here comes that 16 of Jay Rando. He's going to have a full head of steam down the back straight.
Here we go, Jay Rando, Chris Reynolds. It's going to be Jay Rando, but they're going to stay side by side as Reynolds is going to get up to speed here. I think it's going to be Jay Rando, and it will be Rando to the race lead with 10 laps to go in the Surface Sunscreen 200.
In Rando, we'll see if he can hold off the 51 of Chris Reynolds, and then not too far behind Chris Reynolds is Johnny Hernandez, and how about the 13? We haven't really seen the 13 that much of Mac Johnson, so let's see what he can do. Also, there's the 35, that is Jordan Stout, and also the 17 of Juan Garcia, the Season 1 champion. So I'm going to see how these guys, if they can catch up to those top 3.
Yeah, for sure. Great to see some of these drivers up front that we've not seen up front. And oh no!
Stephen Cologne's on pit road.
And there's a tire! Oh no! He must have blew a tire exiting the racetrack, and it might back down pit road for that number 24 machine. That is a heartbreaker, having a great one all day long inside the top 5, and GMS is in shambles, unfortunately, not having a good one today. And we are getting down to it crunch time at Homestead. Chris Reynolds trying to close in on Jay Rando. I think it might come down to these two unless we get a late race caution down to half a second last time by.
Yeah, and we'll see if Chris Reynolds can close the gap here. It's still got a good handful of laps left, so he's got some time to catch the 16. Not a lot, but just some. So, but Reynolds got a great 3 and 4 right there. Caught Rando by a good chunk of a gap, and we might have a battle ourselves for the race lead here in just a few laps.
Oh yeah, he gained about half a second, well, half, a quarter of a second, I should say. He gained half of the distance. It was almost half a second, and now is only a quarter of a second. Battles back here with Matt Johnson and Juan Garcia for the 5th position, but we got the race on the line here in a duel in Florida between Rando and Chris Reynolds. Rando was new to the channel, trying to get his first win. Of course, he was in the 500, and that was big, but he got involved in the crash, trying to get his first win on the channel, and first truck win in only his 2nd start. But Chris Reynolds, he's no rookie to the Truck Series. I believe he ran in this year's last season, and I believe he was in the 4 or 51 or 18 or something. I think he was with KBM last season. That was KBM this season.
Oh, got a good run.
And he got a great one. 5 laps to go at Homestead, and we are very, very close between the top 2.
Yep, Chris Reynolds all over the back bumper of Jay Rando. Can Reynolds, he's going to try to look underneath of Jay Rando off of turn number 2, and he's going to get there, try to side draft that quarter panel down the back straightaway, heading into turn number 3. Can Chris Reynolds, he's going to try to dive it in there. A little bit of contact almost. Jay Rando goes up the hill, and Chris Reynolds is going to take advantage of that, and new race leader Chris Reynolds, and that was sketchy.
Sometimes you gotta do what you have to do. Reynolds with a little bit of contact, and Rando might not be too happy about that. Can Rando close back in this number 16? He has 4 laps to do it. Or is this going to be Chris Reynolds' race to lose here? How about Tron Stout closing in late, up into the 4th spot? Seidel still going to have a great one in this number 30 machine. Not going to get the win, but went out in the top 5 position. And how about the second KBM truck of Chris Jericho? Just outside the top 10, or just inside the top 10, as a hornet's nest back in there. But 3 laps to go, and Reynolds is still not really pulling away from Rando, but Rando is running out of time.
Yeah, and it's not really, that gap isn't expanding, but it's also not really closing. Rando hasn't really gained anything on Chris Reynolds either, so, you know, Rando's got to try to search around the racetrack, try to find the line that fits his truck, and, you know, if he's not careful, that 52 of Johnny Hernandez might catch him, and maybe we might have him battle for that 2nd position, but time is running out, and we only got 2 laps to go. White flag next time by, and Jay Rando still searching for any sort of grip in that 16 truck.
2 laps to go. A Chevy won at Daytona in the 20 of Twin Wakefield. Chevy's trying to go 2 for 2 in season number 5 of the Truck Series. White flags out, and the Surface Sunscreen 200. Rando might have gained a little bit, just a smidge. Needs to gain more. Final lap here at Homestead.
Yeah, Rando's truck has just fallen off a little bit here late. Doesn't have the speed to catch up to Chris Reynolds down the back straightaway for the final time. It's all Chris Reynolds as of now, but still got 2 more corners to go.
Reynolds is going to go wide. That's going to allow Rando to run a little bit lower. Reynolds runs wide, but it's not coming enough. Chris Reynolds will win at Homestead in a caution-free race, and he will win the Surface Sunscreen 200.
That was a good win for Chris Reynolds right there. A little bit of a sketchy move into turn number 3, but everything worked out, and that was able to keep him the lead. Rando's truck fell off towards the end there and was not able to close that gap, and that's what allowed Chris Reynolds to get the race victory here at Homestead.
A great victory there from Chris Reynolds. I don't know how much Jay Rando is going to be happy about that move, but still a great 2nd place one for him. And Toyota, they could have gotten the job done today with the 1652 and the 30, but it was the 51 of Chris Reynolds getting the job done at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Reynolds with the win, Jay Rando in 2nd, Hernandez in 3rd, Johnny Hernandez in 3rd, Jordan Stout in 4th, Justin Seidel in 5th, Juan Garcia in 6th, Felicity Mendoza out of nowhere in 7th, Sam Oscar in 8th, Wakefield in 9th, and Logan Williams in 10th, William Ayers 11th, Nelson, Abel, Jericho, Burnett, Fitzy in 16th, Rose, Martin, Lopez, and Taylor the top 20. And unfortunately, both the Cloud Jr., because of that Dominic Homestead Smack, he had to fix his damage and finish in 30th. I don't know what happened to Matt Johnson. He ended up going a lap down, and there's nothing on that 13 machine. So I don't know what happened to Matt Johnson. He was battling inside the top 5 at one point. Tough wait for the 13. And then Stephen Collins, of course, he had a tire go down late. A wild race here at Homestead. A calm one, but a wild one at the same time. Caution free, and Chris Mills gets the job done. What's the final thoughts here at Homestead, and what are you looking forward to getting out on the track at Homestead here tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting in the Cup car and racing tomorrow at Homestead, and these guys, I'm sure at 2311 will bring a strong car, and see if I can take anything from this race that I commentated today and apply it to the Cup race. But very excited.
Yeah, without that, it's gonna be a fun one tomorrow night here at Homestead for, I believe, the All Nation 400, and I mean, to see what ends up happening there for race 2 of the Cup Series. And of course, the Truck Series, nothing to shadow on. A fantastic race. Nice to have a caution-free race after what happened last week at Daytona, the big one, and then a controversial finish. Chris Williams with the win, and I believe it is a off week for Cup, or not Cup, for Trucks, as Cup is at Auto Club. So next race for these truckers will be at Phoenix Raceway in 2 weeks' time, and that's going to be a fun one. A little bit of short track racing here early on in season number 5. Thanks for Travis Branson for joining me up here in the booth, and congratulations to Chris Williams on the race victory and Ryan Little of the KBM team owner, or as the KBM team owner. And until tomorrow night for some Cup racing at Homestead, the points and Rookie of the Year points are next, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!